Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Anybody there? I'm here. Are you there? Let's see who's here. I'm here. Hello, Naomi. How are you? I'm all right. It's another day. So, yeah, how it goes. Now, why is it? There you go. Okay. Holy cow. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Howdy. Hope everyone's good. The person here is good persons. No. Does that count me? I wonder. No. Just a day and a half. Hello, Lana. How are you? I'm a little late today. Just a little. Not much, just a little. Like a lot. Oh, all right. Well, hopefully more people will show up today. I made a mess over here. I didn't even notice that. Oh, well, hello. Welcome. I'm glad you decided to stop in and see us. Excuse me as I I felt. Oh, good Lord, Naomi Ann. Yeah. Yes, I'm showing everyone that I don't know how to fold. Oh boy. I'm doing okay. I am. I'm running a little behind right now, so I feel like I'm just like running in place. But I'm here. And that's all that counts, right? Or all that matters? All that matters. All that matters. Really, Naomi Ann. And I actually have stuff to show everyone today. So that's like, woo. Oh, so last week I showed the new Halloween shawl I was working on. And my daughter was over on, gosh dang, what day was that? Sunday. And this is seriously how she sounded. She was just like, oh, who's going to wear that? And I was like, oh, I'll wear it. I'll go to the store and stand in an aisle and hum and I forgot what song I said I was going to hum. And she just made this face like this the whole time. And so then it's like, oh, is that really the idea? I thought it was pretty, but she's got me so paranoid about it. This is what I'm talking about here. That, I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to wear that in public. And then it's like, well, what am I going to do then? So I stopped working on it. And now I'm going to pull it apart and make it different. I think the new way will be cool. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought the colors were awesome. It's, something that'd be fun to wear. And, she's got me so paranoid now. I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. She's really messing with my head. Because I did like it. I thought it was really cool. It's got all to me, all the Halloween colors in it. And I thought it would be really fun to wear and, put it on, go into a store and I've got a spell on you. I thought that would be funny. I probably will still hum that somewhere. I think honestly, she doesn't like anything. My daughter, my darling girl, just had biometric bypass surgery about 5 months ago now, and she is losing her weight great and everything, but she's still got her um, in confidence, however you want to put it, um, where she doesn't really want to be seen, but she wants to be seen, if that makes sense. She wants to be known and seen, but she wants to kind of fade into the background too. And I'm at the age where I'm like, if you ain't liking what you see, that's not my problem, that's yours. Oh, I know, right? I love green. And I really love it with, I didn't even think I would love it as much as I do. Uh-oh, is that going to be my delivery? Of course. I may have to go in just a moment to grab a delivery. Because, of course, he waits till I start my line. Well, I may just leave it out there. It's 42 pounds. Ain't nobody going to be taken off with it. But this is the yarn that I use for it. It's the Hobie yarn, Halloween wool socks. So it's awesome yarn. I love this. No, litter. You know, I'm just not strong enough to carry from the store to my car. I'm such a goofy kid. Yeah, 100%. I think it's. Let me look. Let me look. It's been a while since I looked. Nope, I'm sorry. 74%. I don't know why I said that too, because honestly, 74% wool, 24% polyamide, because it's got all the sparkle in there, and then 2% polyester. Not nylon, which you would expect for sock yarn. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I like it though. I am working on another one because I was just like, okay, I want to work on a different kind too. I, I have to admit, I was working on this last night and my brilliant brain went, ooh, no, you know what I want to do with that one? I want to do this. So I ripped out a day and a half of work. And then as I was almost to the beginning, I was just like, oh, wait, you know what? No, I do want it in this. So I had to start recrocheting it. It was just like, yeah, that's me, indecisive. This one is 25% cotton, 45% acrylic, and it's twister. And I know it's not much of a color because it's black and grays and whites, but this is the beginning of that. I'm doing it in the same pattern because it's a pretty quick pattern to put up. It's Bagel Days Love of My Life shawl. I had to really stop and think there. It's basically an 8-point shawl. And I'm really liking it in the cotton. But when I was working on it last night, I was just like, wait, I should pull that apart and start a different cut. Yeah, it does. So it goes from a white to a cream to into the grays, and then you can't really see the grays that well here because it's right against the white, but then it ends in black. So I bought it. Gosh, when did I buy it? I think I bought it back in February or March because I was just like, you know what? I really want to make me a couple of gothic sweaters that have the not sweaters, shawls that have color change from light to dark and then one from dark to light. So that's what I did. So yeah, here I sit. Excuse me. Got very thirsty there. Yep, exactly. It is like an ombre. Um, is, is that one? Okay, so this one is in blues, and you can see the lighter color in the center out to the kind of, I don't know, like a dark soldier blue. That's another one of the twisters. These are from Hobie. I bought them when they were really great sale on them. Yeah. So, but it's October 1st, so it's Halloween. My daughter, she cracks me up because she's embracing her gothic side again as far as when she likes things. So her feeling is from September 1st to October 31st, it's Halloween and fall. I start in usually January. I'm gothic all the time, so you know. But she, I said something about Christmas movies the other day. I was just making a point, and she's like, "Mom, you're already watching Christmas movies? Christmas doesn't even start till November 1st." And I'm like, I'm not watching. I'm just saying, if you want to watch a funny, goofy B rated movie that's Christmas, watch Santa Jaws. It's funny. It's just, it's one of those weird movies that, people don't realize that I own. But yes, I own a lot of oddball movies, and I watch a lot of oddball shows. And yeah, it could be because I'm an oddball. I don't know. It might be. It might be for that reason. So I got a lot of lurkers today. I love my lurkers. They're very awesome. I do. But I actually have things to show today outside of the two things I just showed. Hey, I like oddballs. Obviously, because, well, I'm an oddball. I'm weird. I can't help it. I've been weird since the day I was. I don't know if I started as soon as I was born. I want to say I probably gave myself a few days in there to develop my oddness before I didn't come right out and went, woo! Well, I could have. I don't know. I mean, I was there, but I really don't remember that part. Yeah, and I'm losing it now. And my daughter's fiance, when he was here the other day, he came in from behind and he thought my light here was a microphone. So apparently he put it upright and he was singing into it before he accidentally hit the button and it turned the light on. I was just like, okay, glad to have you here. Yeah. And then they made fun of, I don't know why, but they made fun of my spider hair clip. It's just a spider hair clip. And they're just like, my daughter's like, no, I don't want to see it. Don't show me. And he's like, what? It's just a spider. And then he's like, why would you wear that? And I'm like, because it's cool. I put my hair clips on my light. Because generally it's in here that I wear my hair clips. And my hair is up today because after I got up and got going, my hair went from laying down to woo. Okay, probably not really that big, but it felt like it was huge. So, yeah. I hope I'm not sounding choppy. Last week was bad. I guess I sounded so choppy I was losing people left and right. I didn't know what happened. I felt horrible. I felt like I had really let people down. So before I forget, I have mystery bags for sale. Okay. The Oh, good. I'm glad. The I have I'm going to have 3 total. I had 2 and then I decided to do another. So I'm going to make 2 big ones in boxes, if I can remember where the boxes are that have them. I mean, that sounds like I'm really good, but I'm not sure if I mean, I know they're right over here. I'm just not sure if they're inside the cabinet or not. I think they are. I don't know. I digress. Anyways, I have mystery bags and 2 mystery boxes for sale. The mystery boxes, there's only going to be 2 of them, are going to have 4 hanks of hand-dyed yarn, and then they will have other yarns with it. But the big thing is it will have the 4 of the hand-dyed yarns. Those are 100. Then the next ones I believe 6. I started to say 60. I believe I have 6 right now of the medium bags, or I call them large. We'll go with large. Those ones have 1 hank of hand-dyed yarn with other yarns in it, and then, or you can have minis, so one of the 2 of hand-dyeds in that. And then the last one, the small one, is only 35, and it has no hand-dyed yarn in it. So just letting you guys know, I still have them out. I'm still trying to raise money. So yeah, here we go. That's where we're at right now. But I want to just mention it before I forgot, because I will forget, because that's how I do things. I always forget things constantly. But then, and this is when it seems kind of funny, I have yarn to show you guys today, but I don't want people to think that, I'm showing yarn that I just went ahead and bought. This is yarn that I've had ordered for some time, and it just came in. So, but I'm losing people again, so I wonder what's going on. Hey, if everyone can let me know if you're hearing me okay, you can just give a thumbs up, or if you want to make a comment, that's cool. I just like to make sure I sound okay. Oh, I forgot to bring out Frankenstein again. Dang nabbit. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. What, Winnie? We'll come around the other way then. Nobody says you have to go over my shoulder. Sorry, my cat. She hears me talking to her. She always thinks something wrong. So she has to come jump in here and investigate why I'm talking to myself. She's a silly girl. And I know that YouTube doesn't like me very much right now, because they keep not putting out information about my lives. Oh. Well, the smaller bags will have just... What the heck? Everybody wants to talk to me. Skeins and cakes. I don't know why that was so hard for my brain. Well, see, I thought they were fine with me talking to myself, but she really, they're used to me muttering, but they're not used to me, especially her, talking to myself on here. She's come up to where she's like walking all over. She walks into me and everything else. Like, Mom, are you okay? Do I need to call someone for you? Oh, Winnie. I don't know where she went. Oh, I hope I'm not going to start coughing. Huh. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I love cakes too. And I hear you on, just starting off and you don't have everything. Because, let's be honest, when most of us start off, we don't start with Hanks. We go to the, like Walmart or Joann's or something like that, and we buy a skein or a cake of yarn. Yes, I know. Well, then come up here. I don't know why you won't go around. Are you okay now? All right. Hi, Jen. I'm so glad to see you. But when I started crocheting, my daughter bought me a skein of Red Hearts yarn. I don't know what I say in crochet. But it was in a variegated, and I was like, oh. And it was in pink, so I was like, oh. And I didn't know what to do with it for the longest time. And then I didn't start crocheting right away until I was getting ready to get a new kitten. And I thought, well, maybe I'll make the kitten a blanket. And so I started that way. And then once I got figured out how to make blankets, very small size, the next thing I did was I bought a whole bunch of patterns and I started making baby blankets. And then it just kind of went from there. This year is the first time I've really started making wearable things as far as. Hi, Denise. Nice to see you. Wearable things as far as shawls go. So I don't know if you heard. Winnie. Well, I'm so sorry. She is still yelling at me. I was lucky. I really was. When I was younger, like, beginning of time younger. Okay, I'm not that old, but still. My mom and my grandma both were very big, both grandmas were very big crocheters. And they had patterns, and I used to like to steal the patterns and play with them. And my daughter taught me, or my grandparents and my mom taught me how to read the patterns. And then I still kept stealing them to play with them. Yep. Hi, Jonathan. Nice to see you. Winnie. Oh my gosh. Then come up here. I'm not talking to myself. No, I'm not. You are being very judgmental, ma'am. She's so weird. Yeah, granny squares are a great thing to learn on. That was my first thing to learn. But I didn't want to, when they showed it to me, I did it for probably like an hour or two, and then I was just like, yeah, there she is. I knew you were coming. And then it's just like, nope, I don't want to. Winnie, your tail is in the way of the camera. I am so sorry. Oh, well, now that's the way to do it. I find reading patterns are not hard at all, but I forgot how much I liked graphs until I was watching Judy from Judy's Creations and Crochet. She did a reading graphs thing, and I went back through it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot how much I love doing this. So then I started reading the graphs again like that. So it's just like, yeah, right on. Oh, I know. I love them. They're so much easier in many ways compared to reading a pattern. A pattern can get so confusing because everybody writes differently, but the graphs, they're pretty much universal. And this is a part that it just totally like went out of my brain. Gary, oh my gosh, Winnie, well then come up here and stop yelling at me. Seriously. Um, yes, it is. He was talking about the fact that you can read graphs, and he has this Polish designer that he follows, and it was just like, duh, that makes sense. Of course I can. If we have a universal language for our graphs, then of course it's going to be easier to read from looking at a graph. So then I was like, now I can buy some of these other ones. They're really not. If you want to learn how to do it, how to read a graph, check out Judy's series that she did. She did 3 of them, and they're on how to read a graph. And she takes you from the very beginning all the way up to more advanced. Yeah, exactly. It is. Because written patterns are so different than graph patterns. Oh, good. She does awesome. And she does a monthly make along on birds right now. And then next year, what did she say? Oh, we're doing butterflies next year. So, and then here on this little old channel, we're talking about doing a monthly ourselves, a monthly cowl, and I think we've decided on random colors to start with. And I'd draw it out of the hat, and then we would pick a color, and that's the color you have to make something for that month. And it doesn't matter how big it is. You can make it small, you can make it big, and I promise they won't all be black. I mean, they'll be green too. I have so birthday. And here, I'll show you because I haven't downloaded or put it onto I don't know what I'm saying now. I haven't put it on my computer yet. That's what I was trying to say. So this is, if I can, you can't probably see it very well. Okay, if you can see that there. Okay, you can't see it that well. Well, this is the bird, but I got a lot of, hi Tina, nice to see you. Flare coming in. That's how I was too. I had so many, so many. And then it's like, okay, well, I obviously need to dwindle this down to a more workable size because this is too big. I can't do this many items. I'm not a fast crocheter. I'm still very slow, even though I'm going into 3 years of crocheting now. But if you did not hear me before, I do have mystery bags, and I have 2 mystery boxes. The mystery boxes have 4 hanks of hand-dyed yarn, and then we'll have other yarns in there, and they're 100. Seriously, you're being so rude. And then I have large bags that are 60 that have 1 hank of hand-dyed yarn or minis in it, and and I'll have other high quality yarns. And then I have the small bags, which is just yarn without hand dyed, and that's 35. So just want to put that back out there. Yeah, I have this light that is quite bright. And then I have one that goes around the neck too. That's a light for working with black. But I don't have that much trouble working with black as I've had in the past with things. So I don't know. And I was arguing with myself the other day about how old I was. Because I don't know about anyone else, but I reached that age where I'm like, I don't know, I'm over 50. I remember that much. I think I'm 55. Is that right? I honest to God can never remember how old I am. And it doesn't help to go by my daughters because I can't remember mine now. I can't remember hers. So. Yeah, I'm 55. I had to go look. Winifred, now my goodness, you are being Miss Sassy Britches. I don't know why you're sassing so much, but you know what? You gotta stop. You gotta stop, ma'am. She just really, really, really wants to give her opinion on everything. Oh, I got a cough again. One moment. Oh, my daughter just turned 35 this last summer. So she's getting up there, and she just got engaged again. So hopefully this one will be the one that lasts. And I'll get grandkids. But I have some things to show you. So let me turn away from the camera for a moment. Okay, when? Yep, I did. Okay. Okay, so I got 3 bags of stuff to show you. And like I said, yes, I am trying to raise money because all this stuff that you're going to see is not stuff that I recently bought. This is stuff from quite a time ago. So we shall start with this bag. Find my handy little scissors. I'll mute so you don't have to listen to the crinkle. One sec, because I wasn't and I didn't have these ready. So one sec. Okay, so this set, everything I'm going to show you from Full Spectrum Yarn by Thrift Thrift in Stitches. And this one is the Desert Flower. There's 6 hanks at 100 grams, 100% superwash merino, 231 yards each, for a total of 1,386 yards DK. So, sorry, I gotta mute this. Okay, here we go. So, now she's going to race in and out of the room, apparently. So I'm really excited about this set because, and it's funny because I normally don't like pastels, but I don't make just for me, I make for other people. So it has a very pretty, I'm going to say like a taupe. So there's this one. Then it has this seafoam green. It's more green in person. And then this blue. And this looks more purple, but in real life it's blue. Still pretty though. And then this is the purple, which actually looks purple, so that's cool. Kind of looks more pinky purple, but it's not. It's more of a blue purple. And then it has a real pretty gray. And I think these are the same. They're the same. So that's all of the Desert Flower set. So I like that set. I think it's pretty. I have no idea what I'm doing with it yet. But whatever it is going to be, it's going to be really awesome. Okay, take a drink. Oh. Sorry. I started having coughing last night. And I just thought it was going to be a random thing, but apparently my throat is sore. Who would have thunk it? All right. Moving on to the next bag. I'm going to mute again so I can open it, and I'll show you. All right. There's some really pretty yarn in here. I'm not sure. Okay. I got it. I got it, everyone. All right. So this was probably not the one to open first. Oh, well. Okay. That's all right. So, oh, okay. So this is a pretty sapphire from her Birthstone collection. Like I said, this is all from Full Spectrum Yarn. So very pretty. I know. I'm having a yarn destashing sale, but I'm bringing in more yarn. I know. It's just how it worked out. Oh, did I get 3 of those? Oh, I did. Okay. I know, right? So there is a sapphire. I forgot I bought 3. Isn't that pretty? Look at that beautiful color collection. Yes, I did. Well, the September I ordered before I ended up causing myself to have issues with my account. Oh, I hate talking about that. Anyways, I love these. I do too. And that's what I had been doing, but then I'd seen her advertise the she did her thingamajigger on them. Her video, sorry. And I was just like, ooh, I need more. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. Okay, that one. Okay, I know what those are now. You guys see those in a moment. Oh no, I've ordered more than that. I ordered 5. Oh no, I remember what I did now. Okay. Wow. Okay, so that's what I did. I ordered 3 in the fingering because I fell in love with the color and I thought it was gorgeous. And then I ordered 2 in the DK because I'm getting all the birthstones in DK so that I can make dragons out of them, is my plan. Ordered 4? Okay. Keep coming across colors and I'm like, wait, what did I order there? Okay. Now let me see which one this is. Okay. All right. Now I'm back. Oh, I really like this green. Man, I should have ordered more of that. That's a gorgeous green. For August. Peridot. It's not funny because September, no. November? Oh, that's right. Ooh, it's been a while since I've done birthstones. I got all confused there. So this is her August full spectrum birthstone collection. These are DKs. There is 231 yards on these, and these are all 100% wool. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's right. Sorry. So this that I'm going to show you, I'm not going to show you all of them because they're all the same. This is the undyed yarn that I bought from her. I don't remember the make. I want to say that I bought it, that it had merino, alpaca, and nylon. But this is all undyed yarn right here. Like I said, I can't remember 100% sure what the mix is. I know it has alpaca in it. And I'm assuming it's alpaca, wool, and nylon because that's fingering. Usually has the nylon. But why I bought this, and oh my gosh, that's soft. I'm just going to put them all together like this and use it as a pillow. It's super soft. I'm going to make me something up. I haven't 100% decided what exactly I'm making, but I'm going to be making something with these. And once it's completed, I send it back to Thriss, and then Thriss is going to hand paint it for me. So that is exactly exciting. Every type you use so shreds. So Denise, let's talk about that for a second. Are you by any chance, before you starting on a project, doing a test with your yarn? And if you've not done a hook test and you have no idea what I'm talking about, just give me a look up. What? Because I have discovered before using a yarn that I'm not familiar with, I need to try out different hooks. And the reason is because some hooks can actually cause your yarn to split depending on what the make is. And sometimes you're using the wrong yarn and it's catching. So for instance, I use metal, resin, and wood. Those are my 3 yarn types. I already know that when I use alpaca that the wood does not. Okay. So that is probably where your issue is. Because if you don't see which kind of hook works best on the yarn, you can be causing splitting. Now, I know I won't use wood on this because I've used wood in the past on it and it will split. But metal works really great with alpaca. Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of the beast, to be honest. You use metal. I love my metal. This is my metal hook, or one of them, from Furls. Now, Furls, I use Furls hands down more often than any other hook. But I can't use the thin ones. You know, like the ones behind me. I can't use those. They're too thin for my hands and they cramp really bad. Now I forgot what I was saying. I was just using alpaca on something. What was I using that on? Oh, on my I was using it on my panel thing that I haven't finished. Oh. Yeah, everyone has their own type. Like, Crystal loves heroes. And my daughter loves Clover. I bought her a Clover set. I have so many sets of hooks. I have my furls. I have Prim. I have an offshoot that Hobby Lobby carries. I have all my thin ones. And then I have a set from Searle that's brushed metal. But I always grab my furls first. I love the weight on it. The thing that I like with my metal one, which is funny because a lot of people complain about, is it's heavier than other hooks because it's one piece. But I love it. It's the weight on it is just perfect because it causes the head to dip a little for me, which keeps me from making my stitches too tight. Because, well, I'm a tight crocheter. I'm a very tight crocheter. I can't help it. I tense up for whatever reason when I'm crocheting. So, there's that. All right, so let me show you the next bag. Oh. Whew, it's a lot of yarn. It's very funny getting this much yarn all of a sudden because I haven't ordered yarn since April. I think April. It's when I last ordered yarn. Even my birthstone from Thrift was ordered, some time ago. Oh, that's my other cat. That's Izzy. Hi, Iz. Okay. Nice to see you too. All right. think I've seen hers. I like seeing new crochet hooks. I'm very behind on other people channels, unfortunately. Oh, Nelson Wood does that. I want to get one of theirs. Theirs is always raving about it. And then there's another one she showed not that long ago. I can't remember who it was. Maybe that was the Golden Age too. I'll have to go back and find out. But it was another another creator who made personalized ones. So I'm trying to pull this out and not show you yet. So don't look. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it very well. Hi, Winnie. You're not going to be able to come over here, baby. I'm sorry. Mom's got way too much stuff over here. Wow, she got a lot of stuff in here. I'm very impressed with how she packed this bag. I'm serious. I feel like it's a never-ending bag here. Goodness. No. You'll snag that up. And then Mama might have to hurt you. I really wouldn't go, Winnie. Oh, that's cool. I got a little bag of stitch markers. Oh, that's got a cat on it. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I like that one. These are fun. See, I got little cat ones. That's adorable. Okay, there's so much stuff. Hi, Sherry. Oh, did you do that? Did you really do that? Oh. So if anyone knows the story of Thris and I made an order several months ago, and she thought I'd received it. I hadn't received it. It had went to the wrong address. So it had a lot of stuff in there that was supposed to be for me, and I didn't get it. And she and I talked the other day, and she had said she was working on making a couple of things. I did not realize, however, she went and made a yarn, and she named it after me. Would you guys like to see the yarn that she made and named after me? Yes, no, maybe so. See, I don't know. We'll see if I even like you. Oh, no. All right. Sorry, I'm just being weird. So she named this Fluffy's Gemstone. Is that not the coolest yarn ever? This is so awesome. So it's DK. It is 231 yards. It's 100% merino. And she made this and named it for me. So it's got purple and greens. It's got some dark blues. It's got some little bit of a gray tone to it. I wasn't expecting this. That's just so cool. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's going to be really cool. It's just going to be cool. I know that because I just love this. She named this Fluffy's Gemstone. Because I told her, we were talking about what kind of colors I like, and I was like, well, I love black, and of course I love green. I said, but I love any gemstone, dark gemstone. And so that's what she did. She made this for me. I don't want to use it, but because I've never had anyone make it like this. It's just gorgeous. I love it. It's going to be mine forever. Okay, I'm going to put it down now, although I don't want to. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, though. It's got to be something really cool. Sorry, my nose. Sorry. Okay. Yes, I will. I'll think about it, but not too hard because I have a lot of stuff on my plate right now. Is this the same one? Okay, so this is the June Avant Andrew, which is also gorgeous. I love the whole color mix. I really wish my camera was better to show you this because it's not showing you in the way. Now, just so that we're clear, pretty much everything that I'm going to show you right now is DK because I was trying to go outside of my comfort area. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love that. So I'm not used to using DK. I'm used to using fingering and lace. That's what I bought for ages before I realized that there was other. Well, I mean, I knew there was others, but I hadn't really used anything else. All right, so this is the birthstone for June. This is Alexandrite, which is so pretty. Ow! Which again, very pretty. Love the kind of purpley blues in there with the teals. It's gorgeous. I love that. Very pretty. Okay. Now, I swore I was never going to use bulky ever. I swore I wasn't. And then last year, I made 4 blankets. Yeah, I made 4 blankets last year, all out of bulky. And I was like, okay, I like this. It took a little bit to get used to because I had to go buy new hooks. That was fun. But then I liked it. I wouldn't use it on a regular basis. I've never used a super bulky. I like the worsted. Um, Now, see, with me, I think a lot of it, mine came from when I was being taught to crochet. My mom used the crochet thread more than she used the yarn. And then my grandma used the worsted yarn for, because she made a lot of blankets and such. So I didn't really know too much about any other yarns. I just knew those two weights. And then when I started shopping for yarn for the first time, and then I'm seeing all these yarns, the yarns I loved, I was going by yardage. And so it's just like, well, I get more if I buy this weight. So I'm just going to buy this weight. And that's how I started buying. But as you can see, I do have other weights around me. I have a lot of weights. I have a little bit of everything. But I do like lace weight, and I do love my fingering weight because I feel like you get a more delicate look, and it's more I don't know, it almost feels like you can see the stitches more. Now the only thing with lace weight is if you're wanting it to be for, like, say you wanted to use it for a sweater, you're looking at a lot more balls of yarn. I didn't have as much problem with the bulky because I did learn how tight I was crocheting, so it was easier to loosen up. I'm sorry, 1 second. But the my brain just left me. Oh, the lace weight. The reason I like the lace weight is if you do go with a bigger crochet hook, you can get that look of just really fine, delicate fingers of yarn. If that makes sense. Kind of like if you use for the broomstick crochet, if ever anyone's seen that or done that before. It's one style I'd like to learn. And they use lace weight, and it just looks like the most delicate stitches at all, but they're big. It's pretty. I like it. I love fingering. Fingering is probably my go-to weight. Like, hands down go-to. I love it. Okay. Back to what I was showing. Oh wait, that goes over there. Hold on, let me sort this real quick because I got so much over here. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, those go together. What is this one? Okay, here we go. Sorry, I had to resort again. So, the reason I'm getting confused is because part of the reason we found that I was missing yarn is I'd gotten half of my order, and I had like months I had part of the birthstones and then others I didn't. What size is that? That one is... Okay, the black and white one yarn is a 2. I don't know why I had to look that up. I should have known that. And then this one is a 1. But honestly, that's the one. It's almost exactly the same as this. If you were to like put them together, there's really no difference. So this one is considered sock weight. And then the fingering weight one, which is this 2 here, is, a sport to not really it's not DK weight. I don't know where my brain went there. This one would be closer to a sport weight. Sorry, I don't know why my brain is suddenly having trouble. Okay, so anyways, what I was saying is that when I originally got my bag from her, I had some birthstone, and then I had some of the monthly, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, what the heck happened? And we were talking about it and looked, and it was just like, okay, there we are. Yeah, that's what I think too. But they're both made by Hobie, and they're both their brands. So it is kind of weird to see this called a 2 and the other one a 1, because I definitely wouldn't call this a 1 at all. That to me is a 2. And no, I shouldn't need more of the twisted or twister, because it's a cake of over 1,000. Whereas this sock one that I showed you, I have 4 of these total. And that one's a pretty good size already. So I probably won't need the last one, which is cool because I have a green that will work with it that I want to do to make some up. Darn that work. Say, no, go away, man. Go away. Okay, now my brain. Where am I? Oh, I'm showing yarn. Okay, so I don't want to show the birthstones yet. The other ones. Okay, so I got, this is the Lake Days. This is July's. Again, it's the Merino 100%, 231 yards in DK. Oh, okay, awesome. So this is cool. I like this one. This is Lake Days. It's got browns and it's got teals, and it's very pretty. I know, isn't that beautiful? I wouldn't have thought to do that. And then when you see it, it's like, oh yeah, obviously that works. Funny how that happens. Sorry, I need to drink again. All right, Jen, we'll see you later. All right, let me see. Hold on, everyone. Oh, that's pretty. I like that cherry. That's very, very pretty. You're very welcome. I keep thinking I'm going to make that one, and then I change our mind and make something else. I don't know. I'm kind of weird that way. Oh, and before you ask, Sherry, yes, I'm still going to be making the pattern. I've just this last month ended up being a bad month for me. I'm hoping October is going to be better for me. But I have it. I still have it. I still plan on making it. I just haven't sat down to write the pattern. But I will. And I promise you'll be one of the very first people to get it. Okay. I know, but you've been asking for it for a while, and I've I've had it planned. It hasn't worked out that well. Oh, all right. Let's look at this one. So I got four of this one. Very cool, very bright. It's called Neon Sunset. When she first showed it, I was just like, oh my gosh, I need that. But I need more than what I normally get. And here's the sad thing, though, now. What I originally was going to make with it, I'm not making because my daughter's kind of changing her tune on things. Darn her. Oh, children. But it's got the bright pinks. It's got the bright neon oranges. It's got a little bit of the white in there. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Because what I was going to make, I'm not making now. Yeah, I love this. And unfortunately, my camera does not do it justice. My camera is just a butt. Put those over there. Okay. No, that's mine. Okay, so the next one is called Firefly. This is from the August. This is really pretty too. I do too. I think they're gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I love this. This kind of black green with the green. It reminds me of dragonfly wings. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. I know, right? I hadn't. It's funny. Some of these ones that I ordered, I didn't even see them because I ordered them, and then I got sidetracked with other things. So it's really a surprise when I open it up. I'm like, ooh, I love that. I still really love, though, my Fluffy's gemstone. I love green. Green is my favorite color in the entire world. I do. I love it. And I really love this one. Oh, it looks better when I put it next to this. There we go. So, yeah. I'm so happy with all the yarn I got from her. All right, now this one is the September Twin Flame. That's pretty too. I don't know what I'm going to do with this though. You. I like it though. I think that's very pretty. I love that it's got the almost like a dusty purple to it, and then it goes into a stronger pink. It's very, very pretty. Is it really? That's awesome, Sherry. See, I got some for everybody. All right, now I showed up. Okay, So this is the July gemstone. This is ruby. Try to show it so like you can see. Okay, I think I got it there. So, nope, my camera's still going to do it. It is not that pink. It is definitely more red tone, but it's a blue red. I don't know if my camera's going to actually be nice and show it that nicely. But it is the birthstone. Again, it's merino, 100%, 231 yards, DK. And this was the July birthstone. So another pretty one for, wait a minute, where'd that go? Oh, it fell in front, okay. All right, so this is May birthstone. This is emerald, which you gotta admit, that's a beautiful emerald. I love her birthstone collection because it goes from the dark and it's got light in there, and when you work it up, oh, it's so pretty. Of course, emerald is one of my favorite stones. That and garnet, because garnet's my birthstone. I know. I got a lot of green in here that I didn't really even know that I was getting that much green. So it's just like, ooh. Yeah, all of her birthstones are like this. They're dark with the lighter green. They're gorgeous. I love them. Let me see if I can pull this down without. Okay. So this is February, and my camera doesn't do it justice. My camera makes it look more neon, and it's really not. It's dark purples and light purples because it's amethyst. But yeah, she did a phenomenal job with her birthstone collection. I'm very excited to see what she does next year as a specialty one. It is pretty, huh? Yeah, I love that one. I love everything I got from her. So I will say it once again. Thrift is one of the few people that I can buy from that I don't have to worry about if the color is going to look similar to what she shows. It always does. It's usually better once I get it here. It's like the Shamrock one. I don't know where that is right now. Is that over here? Let me look. One sec. Yeah, I think this is the Shamrock one. It's not called Shamrock. It's called something else. But just the coloring that she did with it was just phenomenal. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love all of the yarn I have gotten from her. I have never, ever, ever been disappointed with the yarn that she makes. She does a phenomenal job of dyeing. She does really good prices. I'm super excited to do the hand making that one into a hand dyed, or having her hand dye it for me. Yeah, I'm not going to hand dye it. Or she's hand painting it for me, I should say. I'm very excited about that. But I think she's done a phenomenal job, and I really don't care for the fact that I had to wait a while on it. It's not anything that she could help, and it wasn't it didn't hurt me, because once I got it, it's just like, woo, look at all this stuff I got. It seriously was like opening up a Christmas present. But I love this yarn. This is so fun. You know, I don't know. I bought 6 skeins of it, or hanks, excuse me. And I know it's fingering weight. I know that. And I know it's got alpaca in it. But I don't want to do something that's just, oh, here you go. I'm kind of thinking a shawl. Um, but I'm not 100% sure on the pattern that I want to do. I don't have enough to make like a garment thing for me. But I want something that she has hand painted. And the reason I want it, besides the fact that I absolutely adore Therapist, she's a good friend of mine. I'm always completely floored over the fact that she's blind and she does all this. She does all this hand dyeing and she's blind. It's always just like, what? Are you kidding? But yeah, she is. And she does phenomenal work. She really does. And I will buy from her forever until she no longer makes yarn. That's how long I'll buy from her. Can't buy again till next year because I kind of got a lot now. I have enough to go and make stuff with. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I am going to make for her to hand dye. I originally was thinking shawls. Couple of pattern ideas were like the shawl that Crystal from Bag O' Day did the crochet along. I don't know why my brain stopped thinking of her name. Or I have others that would work too. I don't have enough to make like a sweater unless I combined it, which I don't want. Because the whole point is when I make this and she does work for me, I don't want it to be super bulky either. So a sweater really would not be a good thing to make. So yeah, it's probably going to be a shawl. And I might have enough left over to make like a scarf too, or a hat. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. I should have bought more. Hindsight is what it is, I just love everything I got. I gotta make a plan for all this. And then I got stitch markers too. That's pretty cool. Hi, Izzy. So I got like that little stitch. Hold on. That one. It's got roses on the gemstones. Or not gemstones, the beads. And I got this one. It's kind of a blue. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can definitely get more. It's just it's not something I need right now. And then this one has a cat head. I think that's cute. I think I had 2 with cat heads. Yeah. And then that pretty, gosh dang it. It's kind of peachy looking, although my camera doesn't let it look peachy. Yeah, I think that's what all these were. And that's a little heart. I think it's from all the monthly ones I did, which is cool. I forgot about these. I was happy just to get the yarn. And welcome back, Denise. Yeah, I like the tasseled one. I just keep going back to this one because it's so soft. It's just so soft. I, honest to God, love everything I got from her. So if you've not gotten from Thrifts before, I definitely suggest checking her out because she does awesome work. Beautiful. And I'm excited with everything I got. I love my yarn that's named after me. It's gorgeous. I love it. I gotta find something really special to make with this. But yeah, I love everything I got. I love all the greens. I love the neon one, which, no, that's pink. Don't know what I'm doing with this one yet, but it's going to be fun. Going to be funky. So I'll do, I'll just funky. Have you guys seen Crystal's new hat that she just did? The I don't remember what she called that. She just did it. I just saw the community post on it like 3 or 4 days ago. It looks like it's got long puff stitches. I can't think of what to call it. I want to do something in that. So, Thrust was made a suggestion the other day when she and I were discussing how I'm trying to raise the money right now. And she suggested selling some things that I've made. Rock bottom, yep, that's the one. I love that hat. I'm going to make that hat. So, yeah, she suggested that I sell something that I've made to help raise money. What you guys think? I'm not always confident with what I make, so that's why I'm asking you guys what you think. Because my jewelry didn't sell. Well, I've made a lot of things. But what I have that I can sell is I have a wrap, I have a shawlette, and have a cow that I can sell right off that I can think of. My my only thing with selling things that I've made is not everyone's going to want to buy um, at the price that it should sell at because of how much time and money goes into it, which when you crochet, we put a lot of time into it, and people don't appreciate that all the time. Originally, what I was going to do when I first started crocheting was I was going to stick with smaller items that I could take to like craft fairs and such and sell that way, but I haven't done that yet because I've just been not making the small things as much as I was going to. It's just how it is. It's one of those things where you have all these plans at the beginning of the month, and then end of the month comes and you're just like, or the beginning of the year and then the end of the year. Are you kidding? Oh, I'm never gonna get caught. So, hi, Fortunate. No, I haven't yet, but I will. I keep forgetting that. I'm sorry, Kim. No, I know. And some of the things just take forever. Like for me to sell a blanket, I did one commission blanket a year ago, and I will never do another one because I only charged her. I think I only charged her 100, and I ended up putting more money into it. So it ended up being this. If I were to sell it, would have to be about $500 because there's just no way for me to sell when you buy more yarn for something and it's already expensive yarn to begin with, and you have to buy more, and yeah, it's not something I would do again. Now, I don't have a problem making for a baby blanket for someone, that I'm designing myself and they don't put in. Yeah, exactly. And it's not just, the yarn. It's our time. The yarn is enough. Because if we sit down and actually look at it, it's just like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. So yeah. Um yeah, people do not at all ever accept how much time and money goes into something. Because a few years ago, I was going to put my bracelets and jewelry onto Etsy. And I was talking to my brother about it. And he's like, well, how much do you put in? How much money is it that you have invested in, like, say, one thing? And I'm just like, well, gosh, I don't know. And so I like threw out a random number because I'm like, if I were to have to break down not just the how much I spent for gemstones, but how much I spent for all the wire, the clasps, the findings, all that stuff, it would be close to just materials for it was like $100. And then you add in your time. And by the time you're done, you're looking at a bracelet that realistically should go for $300 or $400. And it's like, wow, I don't think that's going to sell. So then you have to cut your prices to make it, but you're never going to make back what you put into things. And that's when it gets discouraging, because it gets really discouraging when you're trying to sell things and you know how much time you put into it and you know how much you've invested in it. No, that would not be cheap. Because you just put it this way. Let's say you are making, we'll just use this for example. Let's say someone saw this and they're like, ooh, I want to have a sweater made out of that. Okay, well, if you're wanting a crochet sweater, it's going to take more yarn, first of all. Or if you want knit, that's cool too. But let's just say that you want a sweater made out of this. This is, we'll just say, the average price of yarn for hand dyed now is, we'll say 30. We'll just go with this straight one. So 30. So for a sweater, you're looking at probably what, 6 to 8 that you would need of the hanks. And that's how much hand dyeds can go from. They can go a little cheaper sometimes, but they generally are around 30 and up. So you are looking at, we'll just go on the small size and say 6 at 30. You know, you're already looking at what, over, oh my, my brain just stopped. Oh. So what, $180 just for this, just for the yarn. And then you add in your time, so that by the time you're done and you're selling that sweater, there's no way you can honestly sell that sweater for under $500. There's just no way. You would never make anything otherwise. And your time is worth it. And that's what people don't understand. That's why when you go to craft sales, you don't see big items like full-size blankets or, full sweaters. Most of the time you're looking at hats and scarves and, oven mitts and small decorations and things like that. And yeah, it's one of those things that everybody thinks it'd be really nice to have handmade until they find out what the price is. And then they're like, oh, never mind. I didn't want that. A perfect example is, I was reading it. It was a guy, it was for woodworking, but it was the perfect example of how it goes for people wanting handmade things. And the guy had a table, I think it was for $100 or $1,800. And the person came up and they're just like, wow, that's so expensive. I wouldn't, I'm not going to pay that kind of price on it. And they go, well, I would rather just go make it myself. And the guy goes, okay, that's fine. You can do that. But you have to buy the equipment first. Then you have to go through all the, ins and outs of learning how to wood carve and, sculpting and all that stuff. And then you have to learn how to do the, sanding, put it all together. So by the time you're done with all that, plus the cost of the wood, you're probably looking at $3,000 to $4,000. And then the guy's like, oh, so I guess it'd be cheaper to have you buy the one you made. It's like, yeah, people don't consider that, because no matter what craft you do, it's expensive to start. You're not, not everybody's going to have yarn just sitting around that they can use, or paintbrushes, or paint, or, depending on what you're having. So you have to pay for that first. Then you have to put it together. Then you have to present it. And your time's figured in there. It's costly. And let's face it, most of us are never going to run into the circle of people who are going to pay $300 to $500 for a sweater. Some of us may. I don't know anyone like that. Well, my brother maybe. But I don't think he'd hit that much on a sweater. But you know what I mean? It just costs a lot. Whereas if I make me a sweater and I spend $180 on it, that's fine, because it's just for me and I'm not giving it away or selling it, then it's not a big deal. It's when you're going to sell it and you have to start adding in your price. It depends. I've seen them go from really cheap, like $30, up to $1,000. It depends on the materials that they use and what kind of stitches and such they use in it. It's all the matter of how much someone's invested in it and how much they're willing to get back. Because 9 times out of 10 anymore, unless someone's buying the material for it and then giving you the how much it'd cost you to make it, you're never going to see it. Yeah, it's, and you just can't do it. The cost that of something and then what it really realistically should go for is astronomical. There's no comparison. And the difference with crochet items, even over knit items, crochet cannot be duplicated on machines. Crochet is always going to be hand stitched, whereas knit can be duplicated on machines. So anytime we make a crocheted item, anytime, it's never going to be duplicated. Well, unless you're a crocheter, obviously. If you're a crocheter, then yeah, you can duplicate it, but it just makes it hard to sell and make money. Which is why I watch Elise from Elise Rose, and she does a thing on, or she did a thing on it, where she talked about ways to make money in crochet. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even the crocheted items. It's all the things leading up to it. Your hooks, your holders, your bags, all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but thrift stores are never going to sell it at the price that something's worth, because they're just trying to get rid of the item. They're just trying to make a dollar. And the person who, I always feel sorry for those people, because you see those blankets and what have you at thrift stores, and someone put a lot of love and time into it, because let's face it, if you're crocheting something for someone else, you're going to be putting a lot of love into it. It's something that you've decided to do. Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, because someone put a lot of money into it. They did. Excuse me a second. Sorry. So yeah, definitely. Not that I want to discourage anyone. It's just, if you're honest with how it is, and you're a crocheter, you know that people are never going to want to pay you for what things are worth, unless they don't have problems dropping $400 to $500 at a time. But most people do have a problem with that, unfortunately. That's why I'm selling yarn, and probably won't sell my items. Oh, and if you've gone to one of the auctions that Crystal has for the animal auctions, and you see the things go for, like last year we had one item go for $2,000, and people are just like, wow, that's so much money. But realistically, when you consider how much time the person put into it, no, that's a pretty decent price that they got. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, 65 is not bad. If I were to sell like one of the hats I've crocheted, the minimum I would do is 30. And that's just because they're very simple hats that I made for my daughter's boyfriend or for my brother. But I wouldn't sell any of the blankets ever again at that low of a price. Ever. They cost way too much money. The baby blankets that I make, by the time I put all the money into them, and then, oh, all right. Thanks for stopping in, Kim. By the time you put in, the cost of the yarn and then my time, I think most of the baby blankets I make would be $300 easily. Because none of them look exactly the same. But when I'm making something for someone, I'm making it because I love them. So, all right, we should probably be wrapping up anyways, because Jen and Ivy will be starting in just a few minutes. And I am, Sherry, do you know how to drop a link for the Ivy and Jen's live? Cool. Would you mind dropping that for me? I know there's only a few of us here, but that's okay. Thank you. And I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today, looking at the yarn I got in. I'm so excited. I wish I could remember what I was originally going to do with this. That's okay. I'm sure I'll figure out something. It'll be spectacular. It was nice meeting you too, Lana. I hope you come back again. We do this every Tuesday. I should say we try to do this every Tuesday because it always depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm not well, we don't always get to do it. But every Tuesday at 3. And it's always a small group, which is nice too. So everybody gets heard and we can have a nice conversation. One day we'll get bigger, I hope. Yeah, they YouTube doesn't like me right now because I had to take a couple of months off. So I'm not really hitting their algorithm, so people aren't getting in the notices right away. I'm trying to get back up to where I'm getting some notices sent out because we normally get anywhere from 12 to 25 people. Well, cool. I'm glad. And there's a lot of really awesome crochet content YouTubers here that offer everything from learning how to read a graph and those beginning stitches up to very complicated ones. And one of these days I will do a video on to read patterns. I just haven't. A lot of things I was going to do, I just kind of skidded to a halt there for a little bit. And my group is a nice group of people that come in and see me and we talk and we, I try to respond to everybody's messages there. And yeah. Thank you, Sherry. All right, guys, so I'm going to click on this myself. Yeah, most people, the majority of us are very nice people, very helpful. A few rotten apples in there, of course, but that's every genre there is. But I'm going to go ahead and close this out, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. Sherry, thank you so much for dropping that for us. I appreciate it. And then I hope to see you all over at Jen. All right. So I will say adieu and see you next week. Bye, guys.